Hello everyone, Trigan here! Welcome back to Transport Fever 2 and the beginning of Series 21. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that like button for me. And if you haven't already, please... Oh, you made her stop. Okay. Please subscribe. I was going to tell this guy, don't run into her. We are in a town called Naperville. Now, I had talked in the last video, if you watched the last video, in the end of Series 20... I talked about possibly doing a custom map or whatever, maybe using the more distribution mod or whatever, which increases, and I forgot, I thought it just increased the output of industries. Instead, it increases the output, but then decreases the number of industries. And I don't want to do that, because I remember when I did that last time, it created a problem because we were producing a lot more stuff, but we were producing it from the same locations, which resulted in us having really heavily loaded tracks, having to run more and more trains because there was just so much stuff that had to be moved around the map. I did end up doing a random map, but as you can probably see already, it's a lot more mountainous map. Actually, looks like a volcano over there. And she's gone. This is Naperville. It's the biggest city on the map, at least at this point. So I think it's going to be a pretty good place to start. Now, machines we're not going to try to do early on, but food we could do. Food isn't actually very profitable, though, is it? That's something I forgot about. The food is not a great way to start. Let's look around and see what else we have here. Well. The second biggest city on the map is Detroit, way up in the mountains, but it's opposite from Naperville as we could possibly get. But it wants fuel and tools, and we've got a fuel refinery right here, an oil refinery right here, and oil wells right here and right here. So I think this is going to be an excellent place to start. I was hoping that maybe we could use light rail, but at least at this point in the game, it's horse-drawn stuff. It's going to be slow as can be, and the carrying capacity is going to be super low. So we are going to have to use regular rail, which ought to prove interesting. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to start by running a train from here to here, and then we'll run one up to here, and then we'll see what we want to do. We could probably run delivery for the fuel just straight from here with trucks. Trucks at this time being cargo wagons. Oh, you don't even have a road connecting you to anybody, do you? Well, it doesn't really matter at this point. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to line up on the streets in Detroit here. Yeah, I think the mountainous terrain on this is going to make this a very interesting looking map. This, and we'll keep it at 160 for now. Oh, did that line up perfectly? Almost. Okay, that looks good. Let's see, we'll put this over here. And it's going to dig right into the mountain there. That's great. That's a bit better. Okay, and then let's come over here. Okay, that works pretty good. We're going to want 2 tracks on this. I'm not going to line this up with stuff, though. I'm going to line it up with the... crap. Didn't even want to connect to the street because it's just too high up. Okay. Now. Let's grab the track, and you can see I got rid of all those low speed, tracks that we had before. Oh, we're actually going downhill from there. I hadn't realized that. Okay. I think I actually want to stop like right back here. And then that should give us room to make a gentle little curve onto that. We lose a little speed at the end, but we're coming into the station anyway, so it shouldn't matter. Okay. And this is going to be interesting. Buildings, sheds. See, I would do that, but I need it to be able to access both of them. So let's go ahead and we'll just go straight back from here, except I want you to be flat. Now, can I connect on? Is that long enough? No, it's not long enough. Oh my goodness. You're going to force me to do something crazy here? Let's try this instead. Let's try putting it over here. And then we can run curve to that. And connect that like that. There we go. Okay. We'll run oil train from there to there. That. Wait until full. Detroit. Oil. No. Detroit. Oil. Well. Detroit. Oil. Refinery. Crude oil rig. Okay. So you see we've got some new locomotives here. This one, let's see, 56, 114. This is the one we'd normally have to start with, which 40, 70, and 11, not nearly, well, it's not a huge difference in power, but there is some difference. This one is 60, 142, and 13. This would be a good passenger one. 142, 13, 89 and 9.8, 56. It looks like the Washington here is the best bet. So let's put that in. We've got some tiny British oil wagons there, but they're a little bit faster. But very tiny compared to this one. Let's go with this one. There we go. We can get 8 cars on without going to 4, which is much better than we would have gotten with the other locomotive. Okay. Speed this up a little bit. Oh, I like the horn. The light on the front looks like an LED. Don't think that's right. All right, let's let this run for just a little bit. Well, this is running. It's going fine, except that I think we're probably going to need a second train on there to keep up with that. But first, let's go ahead and get the fuel going. I'm going to grab this and one of these. And that's actually perfect. Now, the question is, can we get down to this level? Yes. Okay. Wasn't sure how much downhill that was going to be. It's going to actually be uphill with the oil. That's going to suck, but all right. So let's go ahead and create another line for here to here. And Detroit fuel refinery. We're going to wait until full. And this will be the Detroit refined oil rate. Okay. And all I really, actually, you know what? Here's a nice little trick. Pause. Not enough money. Okay. Let's try taking out 1 million more. That ought to be enough. There we go. But then we'll take this one and move it onto our new line. Figured that little trick out recently. You would think after all this time of playing this, I would have figured that out a little quicker. Okay, so that will start getting refined oil delivered in here. Now, let's go ahead and set up a truck stop here. Is that reaching that? Yeah, that reaches it fine. Oh, no, it doesn't. I guess we're going to have to be right here. Okay, I actually didn't need both sides there. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one. And let's see if just 30 meters long is long enough. I am going to put a couple buildings on here for extra storage space, though. And then, with these, where does our fuel need to go? It needs to go there. Why don't we do this? We'll set this right here. We'll connect this street. Then it should be able to just go around the lock and then just come right on back. And let's... No, that's not what I wanted. This, buildings, sheds, this one. Put this right next door. Now we can create a route. From there to there. And this will be... I don't care what color it is. Detroit. Oh my god. Fuel delivery. And you will wait here until full. And I notice we do have fuel wagons. I don't remember having those before, but they carry a lot more than the regular ones carry. There. So now, we are producing fuel, just not much yet. Can I go ahead and upgrade this little section of street here? There we go. I like that better. Okay, everything's still connected. You're doing your thing. Oh, we got another delivery coming. Perfect. Let's go ahead and double track this. And then we can get a second train delivering oil to the refinery. Okay. Signals. Put a one-way right there. Oh, and don't forget to set my distance on these. Yeah, let's go with... No, let's go with 200. Closer together makes everything move faster. And that did not work at all. Let's try here. Good enough. That is... Actually, you know what? This merger here is funky. Oh, let's pause it because I just broke something. Okay. And then we come here, that. And that should be good. Now we're going to need... he does struggle a bit going uphill. Good thing he's empty going uphill, at least. And each little old train ain't really designed for that. Well, if you were designed for it, they're just never good at it. Take a look at this one. Slow it down to real speed here. Page up, page down to change. Oh. You can cycle through camera positions. It's very odd camera positions. I like the fancy painting on the front here. How much you want to bet that didn't last long? This is a very nice looking locomotive. I don't know what the big red block is for, though. That looks like it's supposed to be like a name field or something, but it has nothing on it. Got log. How on earth are you using these logs for fuel? This thing can't take an entire log in the firebox, can it? Or do they have to sit there and chop up the firewood before they can actually get the train going? Okay, now all this is running pretty good. I actually have a third train on this little section here now, and you can see we're delivering 94% of the oil being produced there. Here, unfortunately, we can only deliver half because the fuel refinery doesn't want any more than that. And this is actually only shipping half of what it's producing at the moment. So that is sort of a bottleneck at the moment. But we do also need tools. Look over here. Here's a forest, sawmill, and a tool factory. And here's Jersey City, which is not a huge city, but it does also want fuel and tools. So I'm thinking, let's go ahead and get this set up. And then we should be able to just run fuel and tools back and forth between these cities. Let's see. I think I'm going to want to take this out so I can get a station in here. And I think I'm also going to want building this here. Let's go ahead and put a road on here for right now. There. Nope, that's something I want. That's what I want. Okay, let's try. Yeah, hold it. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to want to be able to run two-way traffic through here. So we're going to go ahead and put two more tracks on here, and then I'm actually going to put the platform over on this side, because the two-way traffic is going to want to go down to Jersey City, whereas the traffic out of here is going to want to go to the sawmill up here. So let's do the sawmill next, and I think he is going to have to be angled a little bit differently here. We'll set this as 2 platforms. I think if I angle it like this, to match this, it's going to be hard for this train coming out of here to make the curve. So I think what I want to do is make this just 90 degrees off from this, and then we can curve it in a lot better. That looks good. Where's our sawmill? Right there. Let's put it right there. All right. We'll just curve it down to meet that. Go. Sometimes you have to hit escape multiple times to get it to actually escape. Okay, and this is going to end up going through the mountain here, which we don't have enough money for. Oh, you've got to be kidding. That's 6.8 million to tunnel through this mountain. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Well, actually, we're almost there. We have 5.4. And if we get a train going on that, then it will start paying for itself immediately. Let's go ahead and get a shed put up here somewhere. Let's do right like that. Perfect. All we have to do is just wait to earn a little bit more money. You can take out a loan. Yeah, but we're already at an $8 million loan. I really like to keep that last couple of million in case we have anything urgent happen where we need some more cash injected into the business. Okay, we've got 9 million in the bank. That's enough to cover this. And I'm wondering if I should make this tunnel a little bit more straight through so that it yeah, I guess not. I was thinking making it more straight through so that it would work better for the one going down to New Jersey there, not New Jersey, Jersey City. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that. It'll just have to be the way it is. Okay, that looks all connected. Let's go ahead and create a line for it. There to there. Let's change this to green. Oh. Wait until full. And this will be the Detroit Forest. And this is Jersey City Sawmill. Okay, Detroit Forest Freight. And I waited till we were over 9 because we know the train's going to cost us a couple million. So let's go to Steam. We'll get the same locomotive. And then we're going to want these guys. Pre-grouping companies, what? Huh. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to use them because we're not hauling any of that stuff. And 8. Oh, I can actually do more. Let's go with 10. I think that's enough. I'm surprised you can haul more of these cars, the state cars, than the others. That, and put this on the Detroit Forest. And in case you're wondering, I have this going at 1/4 speed right now so that I don't want a lot of time to pass while I'm trying to get these initial trains set up. It's sort of silly if it goes by too fast and we end up with new locomotives right after we just put out the old ones. All right, the next one now. Let's see. I think is going to need to be right here. Yep. Just do one. I think it's going to have to be set right here so where it can, our train coming from down here can actually pass through here. Let's go with that and hope it works. So we will put 2 more tracks on here. And connect it up. And I want straight. Go. Come on. Come on. Makes too many presses of the escape key to get back out to regular stuff. Now, I think we're going to want a terminal style station here. I really don't want it to... Let's do this instead. Let's put it right here. Is this going to work if I do this? That's really not going to work. I think you're right, Growler. I think we're going to run into problems if I try to do that. Let's line this up with this as best I can. Sure, that is lined up. And I think we need this to be 2. Where's my pointer? Can I put a medium building on this? Terrible. Actually, you know what? No, I want a large building. Oh, that fits beautifully. All right. There we go. So, here's what we're going to do. Tracks are going to go from here. Nope, whoop, wait. And I tried to use this a couple episodes ago in the previous series. See, I want here. There we go. See, I've got these on here. They're like little pre-made switching setups. So this way we have them at a nice fixed distance. Oh, that works pretty well. I like that. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put a double slip here so he can get into there. And signals. Let's go ahead and set them on there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave those and set that there. There we go. And then all of this. Let's get rid of this one. Make that a one-way. And we don't have anything set up for a shed on this side of things. I'm going to use one of these. We're going to put it right at the end of this for now. And then we'll create a line. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't going to be doing anything here. What am I thinking? We're going to leave that alone for the moment. I do need to widen this, because we're going to need a platform for taking the wood in. There we go. Now, how am I going to do this? It's good. I just want to run this out. No, I guess it's not going to want me to run it out straight. Okay. You did just run it out straight. Yeah, I know. And I don't like that. We are going to run this out. Do I have money to do another tunnel? Oh my goodness. I just want to finish this before the end of the episode, just so we get this part going. I think I'm going to have to do the connection from the other side later. So we'll get this going first. And we'll, for now, just run down like this. Just so that we have this running. And go ahead and do that. That. There. Now I just need to create lines. Okay, now, before we do anything else, do this real quick. And this will be it for today. This one, there we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave both sides on this for now. And I'm not going to get too fancy with it otherwise. You're going to have to get out of my way. Street access here. And then we'll just go ahead and run this over to here. And then where do we need our delivery at? Oh, we aren't really even going to need this for the other stuff. Yeah, we're just going to need it for the fuel, really. So we're going to go ahead and putting it right there should work. But we won't need to use that right now. I'm just going to leave that alone. So I've got all the setup. We've got trains on here to deliver our tools into Jersey City. Jersey City, all the tool places are close enough that they will get it right now. And I've got this one right here ready to run wood all the way through. Where is our other train? There it is. I want to hop on this. This is a magic train. It has no crew. And the wheels are clipping into the thing. Not the best done model, I suppose, but it is sort of a cool train. I like it. I like the fact we got some different starting trains than we had before. But there we go. We are up and running. We got 2 industries going, which is really more than I expected. We got the fuel industry going up at Detroit, and we've got tool and die running down here in Jersey City. And then next episode, we'll get the 2 cities connected so they can start exchanging goods. But that is going to be it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.